Hi, ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders. Welcome to another episode of Weekly Forex Outlook with Chart Engineering Pro. Really appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video, and we do not take it for granted at all. If you haven't yet subscribed or are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any content we post here. And if you also find value with what we share here, be sure to like, drop your comments, share your views, and share this video to your fellow traders or anyone who would find this information useful. I would also drop a link to the free Telegram group in the description box where we share updates of these setups as the week unfolds. So let's see what we have for the economic calendar for the coming week, then we jump into the charts. On Monday, we don't have any high impact news. Monday and Tuesday, there's no high impact news. On Wednesday, we're going to have the AED CPI and also the USD core PCE price index and the prelim GDP for USD. On Thursday, there's no high impact news. On Friday, we're going to have the CAD GDP and also the Fed Chair Walsh is going to speak on Friday, and also there's also the Jackson Hole Symposium on Friday. So I think Friday is going to be very hot. So let's take note of these economic events for the coming week. So this is DXY, and for DXY, we identify this potential harmonic pattern, and then we also identify this area of interest we have that is between 101.31 and 103.09, which is serving as a strong resistance area. So this potential harmonic pattern will only be possible if price is able to break above this area of interest. Then we can see a continuation to the upside. And also the bearish scenario for DXY is that if we get a monthly candle close below this monthly structure point, if we get a monthly candle close below this monthly structure point, it means, or that's going to mean that that's a strong area of interest or area of resistance is going to hold. Therefore, DXY is going to be bearish or very bearish from there going forward. And as we already know, we have been looking forward to this sell to this TP2. So if this works out, or if we get a monthly candle close below this monthly structure, then we know that this area of interest has held price or has held DXY, and therefore we're going to see more downside than the upside for DXY. So we are very bearish for the coming week. So going into next week, all we are looking forward to is a possible retest of this weekly structure point, a retest of this weekly structure point, or should price even pull back a bit deeper here, we still look for selling opportunities to our TP2 right here, and we'll look forward to see how price closes out on the month on DXY. Then we can decide on our overall long-term direction for DXY. So this is the Japanese yen index. We had this strong weekly structural shift and daily structural shift, which is on the bullish side, and we're looking forward to see price react from this very first area of interest, and price has violated the very first area of interest. So we're going to expect to see price hold in the second area of interest. If that doesn't happen, then we know that the Japanese yen index is just going to continue bearish as it used to be before. So we will be patient to see how price reacts when it gets to this second area of interest, then we take our decisions from there. This is Euro USD. Our buy position on Euro USD has smashed its TP, and so going into next week, we have a TP2 above. We'll be looking forward to a possible retest of this area of interest we have here, and look for buying opportunities to the upside to this second TP we have. So this position has actually has hit our TP. It was a win on Euro USD, and so we're going to be patient to see how price reacts when it gets, or should it pull back into this area of interest, then we'll take our buying opportunities to the upside. So this is GBPUSD, and for GBPUSD, it's also extremely bullish now. So going into next week, all we're looking forward to is a possible pullback into this area of interest. Then we look for buying opportunities to the upside. So we are very bullish on GBPUSD also for the coming week. This is USD CHF, and USD CHF has formed a nice head and shoulder formation. So if you can see, this is the left shoulder, this is the head, right shoulder, and then price is about to retest the neckline of the head and shoulder, and we look for selling opportunities to the downside. This is one of the cleanest moves we have. So we are expecting price to retest this area of interest or retest this daily structural points we have here on the neckline, and we look for our selling opportunities from here to the downside. So we are also bearish on USD CHF. This is NZD USD. For NZD US, last week we missed out on this entry, this position here. So we're anticipating a daily structural shift. We had a daily structural shift here. We had this daily candle close above this structural point, and we're looking forward to a pullback, which was this bearish candle, and then look for buying opportunity to the upside. The pullback came, but then we didn't get an entry confirmation, so we missed out on this whole move from here. There was no entry confirmation here to enter this trade. Price just kept moving or kept soaring high. So going into next week, what we'll be looking out for is a possible pullback into this area of interest we have here, and look for a buy continuation to the upside to the various TPs we have above. So we are still very bullish on NZD USD for the coming week. This is EURJPY, and EURJPY is also currently in an area of interest. So we're looking forward to some bearish moves or some bearish reactions. If we get a double top, a head and shoulder, any form of bearish confirmation we can get from this area of interest, we will look for selling opportunities to the downside to the various TPs we have below for Euro JPY. Should price break above these daily or weekly structural points here, then we know that we are going to continue bullish. So for now, we'll be patient to see how price plays out in the area of interest, and we take our decisions on Euro JPY. This is CAD JPY, and also it's a similar move as Euro JPY, and we are expecting a reaction from this area of interest. Should price give us any possible reversals or bearish confirmations within this zone, we will look for selling opportunities to the various TPs we have below on CAD JPY. This is CHF JPY, and we anticipated that price is going to pull back into this very first area of interest or the second area of interest to give us selling opportunities. Price is currently in the first area of interest, and we will be patient to see how it plays out or it develops around this area. Then we can take our decisions to the downside to the various TPs we have below for CHF JPY. This is Euro GBP, and Euro GBP is bearish, and price is currently retesting an area of interest. So we are going to be patient to see how price develops. The reversal is not clean here, so we'll be patient. Price may play around here for a very long time or for some time. It might even continue to buy into the area of interest properly and start developing a reversal pattern. We saw this double top formation here, which didn't really hold, and it's more like giving us a triple top formation. So we just have to be patient to see a cleaner reversal within this area of interest or within this area before we can take our bearish decisions on Euro GBP to the downside. This is GBP card. GBP card is currently in an area of interest where we were expecting a buying opportunity. So price has been playing around for quite some time. So we're looking forward to see some momentum kicking in this area of interest. Then we can decide or take our buy decision from this area to the upside. So these are our various targets we have for GBP card. So we're patient to see how price plays out within this area of interest. Then we take our decisions to the bullish side. This is NZD card. So NZD card pulled back nicely into this area of interest, and we still missed out on an entry. We're not getting any clear entry opportunity here, and price just started taking off. So all we'll be looking forward to is a possible higher low formation. So any higher low formation we get, and we get a clean bullish confirmation, we take our buys to the upside to the various TPs we have above for NZD card. This is GBP CHF. We anticipated that price was going to pull back into this area of interest to give us some buying opportunities. Price has currently retested the area of interest and is giving some bullish reactions. So we'll be patient to see how it plays out. If we get a reversal or cleaner bullish reversal within this area of interest, we'll look for buying opportunities to the upside to the various TPs we have above for GBP CHF. And this is CAD CHF, and for CAD CHF, we also anticipated that price was going to pull back into the area of interest. Price has pulled back nicely and giving some bullish reactions. We'll be patient to see how price develops here. If it's going to give us a double bottom or any reversal pattern, any clean move that will show that we are heading or continuing bullish, we'll take our buys from there to the upside. So this is our TP1, TP2, and this is our ultimate TP, which is a TP3 we have above. So we are going to be patient to see how price develops within this area of interest, and we'll take our buying opportunities to the upside on CAD CHF. This is Euro AUD. So Euro AUD is formed something like a head and shoulder formation. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder, and we are seeing a bearish momentum kicking in from an area of interest. So going into next week, what we'll be looking out for is a possible retest of this weekly structural point, or should price pull back a bit deeper into the area of interest, we'll look for selling opportunities to the downside for Euro AUD. This is Euro NZD. So for Euro NZD, we had this ABC correction that is developing. So this is the A leg, the ABC, this is the B leg, and we are expecting a C leg downwards. So we identify this area of interest where we were expecting price to give us some bearish confirmations from, and price has rejected it nicely, and it's giving us some bearish momentum. So going into next week, what we'll be looking out for is a retest of this weekly structural point. So we will be looking forward to a retest of this weekly structural points, or should price come and retest this daily structural points here, we'll look for selling opportunities to the downside to the various TPs we have below for Euro NZD. So we are very bearish. This is AUD NZD. For AUD NZD, we identified this area of interest where we had this nice momentum from this area of interest, and we were expecting a possible pullback or retest of like a neckline, and then we had this double top formation, and I think it's very clear on 4 hour. So we see this nice double top formation reacting from the area of interest we identified. So going into next week, what we'll be looking out for is a retest of the neckline, a retest of this neckline of this this double top formation. If we get a retest, or if we get a pullback again into the area of interest, whichever formation we get, we'll be patient to see how price develops, but preferably we'll be looking forward to this very first neckline first, and then we look for selling opportunities from here to the downside. Should price pull back a bit higher into the area of interest once again, we'll be patient to see how it develops. If it gives us a clean reversal pattern, we'll take ourselves from there to the downside. So we are very bearish, or we are still bearish on AUD NZD. So this is gold, and so for gold, last week we anticipated that price was going to retest this area of interest. It retested it slightly, and then it just took off. So we didn't get any entry opportunity to join this trade. And so going into next week, we are expecting, we are anticipating this possible pullback into this area of interest, and look for buy continuation to this very TP we have above. I mean, since if DXY likely weakens, then we are most likely going to see gold fly higher than it did around here. So we'll be taking it one step at a time. So we'll be patient to see how price plays out. We look forward to a possible pullback into the area of interest, and we'll look for buying opportunities to the upside for gold. This is silver. So for silver, last week we anticipated a possible retest of this first daily, this structural point, or this area of interest. Price retested this structural point and also took off without any bullish confirmation for us to enter the trade. So going into next week, we are looking forward to a possible pullback here and look for buying opportunities to the upside. This is natural gas. So for natural gas, price is currently reacting from an area of interest, and it is giving us a nice reversal pattern, which is an inverse head and shoulder formation. So we are currently in this position. We took this position on Friday also. So this is the head and shoulder that is developing. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. We are expecting a continuation to the upside. So price is giving us an inverse head and shoulder formation in a strong area of interest, and we are most likely going to see price head upwards for the coming week. So we're currently in this position. The second scenario, or what we are going to do next is, or what we are going to wait for is to, if we get a daily candle closure above this structural point and we get a possible pullback, we will most likely look for a possible additional entry here, and we'll take our additional buy to the upside for natural gas. This is Nasdaq. And so for Nasdaq, we anticipated a possible pullback into any of these two areas of interest. Price is currently retesting the second area of interest, or it's in between the two areas of interest. So we'll be patient to see how price develops here. Then we'll look for buying opportunities to the various TPs we have above here. This is US30. For US30, we anticipated a possible pullback into this area of interest, and price has finally hit that area of interest. And so we're going to look forward to reversal patterns, so buying confirmations from this area of interest to the upside. Should price pull back a bit deeper into the second zone we have below, we'll still be interested in taking our buys from there to the upside. This is US 2000, and for US 2000, we are also extremely bullish. We anticipated earlier that price was going to pull back into this area of interest to give us some buying opportunities. Price has currently pulled back into the area of interest, and we'll be patient to see how price continues to develop. If we get the buying confirmations here, should we get a daily structural shift, if we get a daily structural shift here, we get something like a daily candle close above the structural point, we get a possible higher low formation, we look for buying opportunities to the upside. So we are very bullish on US 2000. This is Australia 200, and for Australia 200, we anticipated that price was going to retest this area of interest. Has retested it slightly, and we'll be patient to see how it plays out and develops. Then we can take our decisions on our long positions from that area of interest to the upside onto the various TPs we have above for Australia 200. So this is the total crypto market cap. Total crypto market cap. And currently, price is reacting from a very strong area of interest, and we are seeing a very nice momentum going on right here. So going into next week, or by the end of this month, it should price, just as we see this candle, should price close above this monthly candle, close above this monthly structural point we have here, then we have a confirmation of a possible bull run that is commencing. And so if we go to the daily time frame and the weekly time frame has already shifted bullish. So daily is bullish, weekly is bullish, but the monthly is here to align. So going into next week, if you look at this on RSI, you notice that we have a nice divergence that has developed here. So if you look at this place, we have a lower low, another lower low. Here we have a lower low. We now have a higher low, which is giving signs or showing signs of a bullish momentum. And if you look at this high we have here, tracing it down to the RSI we have here, you can see that on the RSI, these moves have already broken this high, and looking at how it is reacting from an area of interest, it's most likely that price is definitely going to break this high. So it looks like the bull run is upon us, but then we are going to get a clearer confirmation if we get a monthly candle close above this monthly structural point. Then we can say that the next bull run is in motion. So we'll be patient to see how it plays out by the end of this month. If we get a monthly candle closure above, then we know we are heading all the way up. And this structural point here can be a place of resistance. Price might also hit the structural point and give us a sell back into the area of interest. So we'll be patient to see how it plays out around that area. But preferably, if we get the candle closure above this monthly structural point, we are going to be convinced that the next bull run has started. So this is BTC, and so BTC also has reacted from this area of interest, which is the 58K area, and this is the monthly structural point, just as we saw on the total market cap. That's the same expectations we have for BTC. So we are expecting, or we are looking forward to see price close above this structural points by the end of this month. So if we get that closure, that means we now have a full confirmation of the bull run starting once again. So if you drop the RSI, you realize that on the weekly, this one printed a lower low and another lower low, but the RSI is printing a lower low and a higher low. And if you look at this high we have here, this high has been already broken on the RSI after it hit the oversold area. So it's more like, or most likely, we are likely going to see price break above this high, which is around the 91k or 93k area. So we'll be patient to see how price plays out, and then we'll look forward to a possible break or a monthly candle break above this monthly structure. We get a higher low formation or a possible right shoulder. So it's going to be like a left shoulder ahead and a possible right shoulder, and then we look for a continuation to the upside. And if it happens like that, then it means the bull run is here. And these are the various TPs we have above. And I know, or I believe BTC is going to cross these TPs if the bull run should start. Sorry, should the bull run start? Then let's look at something on the 6-month time frame. If you pay attention to the 6-month time frame, anytime there's a bullish move, you get two bearish 6-month candles, and then the bulls take over again. And now we also have two bearish 6-month candles, and it's most likely the bulls are taking over again, and we are most likely going to head up. So if you even look at here, you saw two bearish candles, two bearish 6-month candles, and then the bull run started. Then when it peaked, we got two bearish 6-month candles, and then it took off again. And now it peaked, and we now have two bearish 6-month candles, and now we are about to see some strong bullish momentum to the upside. So we are most likely going to head up for BTC. And this Ethereum has also reacted, or has given us a nice weekly structural shift in an area of interest right here. And if should price close above this point, is also a monthly structural point. Should price close above here, we are most likely going to have a monthly structural shift, which will confirm the bullishness that is about to kick in on Ethereum. So if we get the monthly candle close above the structural points, we look forward to a possible higher low formation, and we look for a buy opportunity or buy continuation to the upside. Let's take note of this structural point here. Price might also hit here and decide to sell all the way back into the area of interest again. So we'll be patient to see how price plays out when it gets there. This is XRP, and XRP is also giving a nice bullish momentum from a strong area of interest. And if depending on how the weekly candle closes, then if the weekly candle closes above the structural point, then we have a confirmation of a bullish momentum kicking in for XRP. So should we get a closure above this weekly candle or a monthly closure above this structural point, we'll look forward to a possible higher low formation, then we'll look for a buy continuation to the upside. So we are very bullish also on XRP for now. This is Zcash. So for Zcash is also very bullish now. So going into next week or the weeks ahead, we are looking forward to a possible pullback into this area of interest, and we look forward to a buy continuation to the upside. And these are the various TPs we have for Zcash. That's 1,100 and then 1,670 as the various TPs, and which price may most likely cross these price points we have above. So thank you so much for sticking through to the end of this video. I really appreciate you for your time. I appreciate you for being here. We'll encourage all of us to apply proper risk management to our trades. So let's all trade safe and sound. And I wish all of us a fruitful and a profitable week ahead of us. So we'll catch all with you on another episode. So take good care of yourself and have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.